So hello everybody, it's Beauty87 here, and today we are going to be comparing the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral Palette to the Natasha Denona Coral Palette. Because when I first saw this palette, I was like, it looks a lot like the Juvia's Place palette. So this is what it looks like, even though I figure you've seen it before. But see, like, I feel like a lot of the colors in it are similar. So I swatched them on my arm so you all could see. I've already done the Juvia's Place eyes to speed up time. Since this is the newest one, I figured we would try this one out together, and I've seen you seen other reviews on that one, but I haven't seen anybody compare them to each other, even though I felt like they looked the same. So these are the colors, like these are all the colors are in Natasha's palette. So Natasha is first, and then Juvia's Place. And I had to mix the brown with the coral shade in here to make it more of that reddy shade, but I mean, like, you can always catch Juvia's Place like 40% off and stuff like that. So I mixed this shade with this shade in order to make it the more reddish dark brown that's in this palette right here. But like I said, it's only like 20 bucks, and you can always get it on sale at Ulta, or Juvia's Place has sales pretty often. Now these two colors I felt like were interesting because this is the Juvia's Place one, and then this is the Natasha Denona one. But I feel like Juvia's Place shadows oxidize sometimes. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But as you can see, the two coppery shades look exactly the same. Weirdly enough, this is the lightest shade in the Natasha Denona palette, and this is the darker this is the lightest shade in the Coral palette. Now they don't look exactly the same, but I figured in the inner corner you wouldn't be able to tell. The only two differences really from what I see, are like this one. I feel like the other ones you can kind of pull off and finagle, because I only use this to well, I'm only going to use this to dust over the top of the crease after I put my transition shade in the crease. But overall, I'm not actually a big fan of the Natasha Denona palette, but since I bought it with a gift card, I'm like, I don't know how that will work when I return. Like, am I going to get my gift card back or what? So I feel like I might be stuck with this one. I'm kind of bummed out about it, because I'm like, it's not that great. I don't wear corals often enough for it to be compared. Oh, I also wanted to show y'all the Sweet Talk palette to compare it to these as well. So this is the Sweet Talk palette. I feel like it's not as close to the Natasha Denona one as the one I'm reviewing, so that's why I didn't really pull it out, because it didn't have any type of purples in it. It just has like a couple of glitters. It has the Super Shock shadow, and I don't feel like any of the colors are dark enough to necessarily match that one perfectly. So, but I didn't want to show it just so, since it's another coral palette I own. So let's finally get started on the eyes. I started off with the darkest color in the darkest corally color in the Juvia's Place palette. So I figured we'll start off with this one here. Put that down. Now those palettes have been known for having one shadow fall out. And I'm going to give y'all another beauty conspiracy theory. Oh yeah, I feel like this one's going on way more pigmented than the one that I used from Juvia's Place. But anyway, have y'all noticed that this is the first time that Juvia's Place and Natasha Denona have had palettes that look really close together? Like the Saharan palette looks exactly like the Aries palette that Natasha Denona came out with a couple Christmases ago. I don't know if anybody else peeped that, so I'm like, what's going on here? Like, because I mean, like, the shades were literally exact in that palette. But this one, they're a little off, but like, they're close enough to where you can finagle them and make them work. But I'm like, you know, with that first one, I was just like, well, damn, Natasha, was you like looking at Juvia's Place's place, or was they like sneaking over and looking at your place, like y'all pulling a like Giants Tom Brady situation with this eyeshadow palettes? Because it's like they were literally the exact same colors. Obviously Juvia's Place palette had more colors in it, because her palettes, even the bigger ones, have more colors than Natasha Denona small ones. And it was one of her, it was when I think she first came out with the 5-pan ones. No, sorry, they didn't first come out with the 5-pan. It was when she first came out with the holiday palettes and the 5 pans, like she's been doing for the last couple of years. So I was just like, okay, well, excuse me, Natasha. But I just thought it was weird that, you know, Juvia's Place, again, they have similar stories in their palettes. So I'm like, what's going on with that? Does anybody else find it interesting, or I'm just the only person who's like peeping that and finding it interesting? Let me know. I'm not saying like one copied the other one. I just find it funny that like this isn't the first time this has happened concerning them. Like this is the second time that's happened. So I'm like, like what's going on with that? How y'all keep copying each other? Because I haven't seen really anyone else copying her until after she actually comes out with it. So I find it interesting that like they both come out with similar things around the same time, and it's not like the first time. I'm like, are y'all having like a ColourPop Kylie moment? Like, Because we talked about that conspiracy theory before about how whenever Chloe comes out with a collection and ColourPop comes out with a collection that has like the same color situation going on with it. As you can see, I'm just using my chocolate gold palette because I don't have like mirrors in either one of these palettes. I'm okay with not having a mirror in the Juvia's Place palette because it's like 20 bucks, but this one's like damn near 50 bucks. So I'm like, I feel like I should get a mirror. I'm just saying. And as you can see, like the eyes are looking pretty similar, and it's like all I had to do was mix a brown in to make this look, this look like this. And this palette only costs 20 bucks, and I caught it on sale. So I'm going with this purple shade now. That's the only one that's gonna make it stand out and make it look different. But according to with Mel Thompson, she said like the pigmentation on this is like very disappointing. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm not disappointed from what I'm seeing so far, but I mean, if it takes a lot to build up, then I'll be disappointed. And I believe that's what she meant by it takes a lot to build up. Because the Juvia's Place one, I didn't have to do all that. In fact, I have to dig into this one, and I feel like I'm going to have to like spray my brush in order for it to stick and look as nice as the Juvia's Place one does. And it costs way more. It's like, no, Natasha, no. And then I got glitter fallout on my face with the Juvia's Place one. As you can see, there's no glitter fallout on my face. I didn't pick up a brush and brush anything off before this video started, so. And the purple shade was the one that was most exciting to me. So the fact that it's not, you know, like all that, I'm kind of like in my feelings about it. Because I'm like, well, this is the shade I was most excited about. And it's not even that great. And I probably have shimmer shades with anyway, like Mel Thompson was talking about. She probably has. And I'm like, yeah. So if I had to pick one, honestly, you guys, I would pick the Juvia's Place one. Just because I'm like, this one isn't even like that popping or impressive to me. I usually love her stuff, but it's like, I feel like she's like Urban Decay to me sometimes. She's just like really hit and miss. And that's what I'm looking for them. So I'm starting to like get irritated with her because it's like stuff is hit and miss. I feel like the blend of all this looks better than this side. But I feel like, you know, if it takes longer to blend the Juvia's Place shadows, it will look just as nice as this one. I just had to use less effort, but then again it costs $50, so I shouldn't have used too much effort. Anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, when the battle goes, Juvia's Place wins just because you get more shadows. I like the fact that it has more mattes for you to blend with the other things. And this one, I don't really use corals that often, and like these two shades to me are necessary. The only ones I would really use are these three. I might use this to dust on top. And this can be an inner corner highlight, but you know, I don't know. I'm not really big on coral, so if I was going to spend the money, I wouldn't waste 50 bucks on this when I could spend like 20 bucks and get more variety. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.